Yo, this is Deontay the Bronx Bomber Wild, the WBC heavyweight champion of the world. And I'd like to give a big shout out to CJ Goodfella, Sports TV. Bomb Squad, baby.
Don't forget to check out our sponsor, The Health Blaze, at thehealthblaze.com. 100% all natural products from lotions, soaps, foot soaks, bath bombs, and much, much more. Use the promo code Goodfella1Boxing. Tell them your boy CJ Goodfella sent you. Get 18% off. We out. All right, man. Terence Crawford speaks to Max Kellerman. Also, they show the welterweight rankings. We're going to talk about that. And also, a little bit later, we'll talk about Teofimo Lopez and Lomachenko haven't finalized the deal yet, even though there's some tentative dates being thrown out there by Top Rank. So let's talk about that. Hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video. And your boy Crawford talked to Max Kellerman. He asked him about the pay cut. He said he ain't taking less than what his minimum is. And he said if he gets to the point where he got to take less, maybe something he'd consider for a bigger fight. But he asked him that off the rip. You know, he said it's true that you're not taking a pay cut or this, that, and the third. And he said, I'm not taking less than my minimum of my contract. But he said if I had to take less to make, a big fight, that he'd think about it. And also he exposed Shawn Porter's, what I really want to talk about. He said that, you know, when Shawn Porter had the belt, they wasn't calling his name. They didn't want to say nothing about him. They didn't want to do no business. He said they weren't calling for unification until he lost his belt. Okay? He said he down for whatever. He said he down to do the fight. If Shawn down to do the fight, he'd do it. And Kenny Porter been clout chasing. I want that phone call, bud. Like, why am I calling you? Y'all need me. You know? Y'all do need me. And, you know, to be honest, you know, it is what it is. You know, people want to get mad, but they offered Shawn Porter a deal to come over and fight Bud when he got the belt. Top Rank ain't gonna never say these things publicly. You know what I'm saying? Not really. Only reason Danny Garcia got out publicly because the daddy said something. You know, then Danny Garcia finally acknowledged that it actually happened, and people saying a year later, oh, you know, 3.5 first y'all was telling me that the offer never existed. Said the same thing about Shawn Porter. You know what I'm saying? They offered Shawn Porter when he beat the Danny Garcia for the belt to come fight, you know, Crawford. They said no, they loyal to Al. So, I mean, what else you want the dude to do? You know, he went on and, you know, talked about Jose Ramirez. He said he gonna punish him. He said he gonna crush him. He said when he move up, he gonna crush him. And he got his little, you know, his dread starting again. He going back to dreadhead Crawford. So it might be curtains for these dudes. But, you know, in honesty, you know, I'm just, you know, pretty much tired of talking about it. But I actually want to support fighters that actually want to fight the best. And I might even make a move that I usually don't make in this boxing business. I might even try to make a move and set some things up. But like I said before, you know, people want to paint him out to be the bad guy. I mean, go ahead. You know, it ain't gonna change the fact that UFC kicking our ass. You know, it ain't gonna change the fact that, you know, they not acknowledging him and don't want to fight him, and they don't want to make the best fights, and that's the problem. Dana White make the best fights. Boxing, they sit here and marinate the best fights, you know. And like I said, Al Heyman is a detriment to boxing fans. People want to talk about how much money they get paid, this, that, and the third. Who can care? You know, I want to see them getting in there with Bud. If it's going to be Shawn, if it's going to be Keith, if it's going to be Ugas, let's see what happens. Maybe they win, maybe they don't. You know. But it's about aging them out. They told me that 2 years ago they was going to age this man out. They said that. Mason sleep right here. They said it's going to age him out. Wait till he slow down. They don't believe Errol Spence can beat him. He spoke of Errol Spence. He said we got to wait and see what he look like versus Danny. You know, and it's unfortunate. I'm telling you, man, real is dying, bro. These dudes don't like real. You know, these dudes, you know, chase the girl with the fake booty, the fake titties. You know what I'm saying? They don't want real. They want all fake dudes around them showing fake love, and then when it all fall down and everybody snitch and rat and point you out, or everybody leave when you out of mustard, then all of a sudden you want to be looking stupid. Real is becoming obsolete, just like, you know, tangible currency. You know what I'm saying? It's becoming obsolete. Everything gonna be what they call it, cryptic currency, digital currency, or it's gonna be, you know, gold. It's gonna be the new value. You got a gold card and you swipe it or something like that, some crazy stuff. So money is becoming obsolete and real is becoming obsolete. Ain't too much real in the game no more. And the guys that are real, the dudes that do want to fight the best, they get hated on. Wilder fought the best. He delivered the best. You know, he tried to fight with Joshua. But he ducked his own deal and this, that, and the third. I mean, you could say he ducked that deal, but, you know, was it a guarantee he was going to get the fight? Who knows? He turned around and fought Tyson Fury. He didn't have to. Terence Crawford wanted to fight the best. They don't respect him. They respect the dude that's running. So that's just the way the game is, man. But he's a fantastic welterweight. I think everybody in their heart of hearts know he the best welterweight, at least the most skilled welterweight. And, you know, Shawn Porter can sit here and like nobody cares about Shawn. All we care about is Terence and Errol making the fight happen if Errol come back and get healthy. He offered the majority of the division. Ugas, they got into a deal, they got into a discussion. Somebody was saying Ugas deserved millions. Like, he never made $1 million. He made $300,000 fighting. He made $300,000 fighting Shawn Porter. So how you gonna come over here and demand $1 million or millions of dollars from a promoter? You know what I'm saying? But your promoter won't even give you $1 million. You making hundreds of thousands. Clown nigga. You know? And you know, he offered Danny. When people told me I was lying for years. Now everybody, oh yeah, everybody knew that. No, y'all didn't. I was saying he offered Danny. Oh no, it wasn't true, CJ. It was all right. He offered Shawn too. They called Shawn. They called Keith. Now if I said if I told y'all they called Keith, y'all say I'm lying. Keith told the truth. Like, yeah, they called me, but you know, I'm looking at other endeavors right now. You know, so you know that is what it is on Keith Thurman aspect. You know, on that aspect of Bud, people can talk what they want to talk about Bud, but he would really want to fight the best. You know, how you get mad? How can you get mad at a dude that want to fight the best? Because where you from, what promotion rank he want to fight for, what color of his skin, he want to fight the best. Now I don't hear nobody talking about the best fighting the best, or retro fighting, or this what the old fighters used to do. You foo dudes on YouTube, man. All these dudes, man. Champ Side, Boxing Ego, Dante Boxing Nation, Negro, 78 Sports TV, his punk self, General Child. You know, all these dudes for nine, they all whack and lame, bro. They don't even like, I don't even want to be synonymous with boxing no more because of these lame niggas, man. We supposed to been fighting against the old media and keeping it 100 boxing. All these motherfuckers got their own false narratives. No objectivity, you know. What Jay told, what Nas told Jay, he said, you was my brother, but you sold your soul for riches. This is what they dudes doing. Selling out for super chats, selling out for money and not being real. And the whole point of it was the brothers jumping on, you know, in the old media, white people too, Mexicans. The point of us jumping on YouTube and starting our platform was to give an objective analysis of boxing because of the racist writers, the way they was treating the black fighters, and the way they was writing these stupid ass articles. What would everybody else do? You know? But hey, let's move on, man. They had the welterweight rankings, man. Sorry to stop and start, but they had the welterweight rankings, man, and they ranked Crawford behind Pacquiao and Errol Spence, and I think rightfully so. Errol Spence should be the #1 welterweight, but you know, at the end of the day, just let you know, Terence Crawford ain't playing on a network that got his back. All right. You know, they consistently rank Loma. They promote T.O. better than him, promote Fury better than him. You know, well, he just in a messed up predicament over at Top Rank. How's Pacquiao better than him? He lost to motherfucking Jeff Horn. He didn't lose a round. He stopped Jeff Horn. Like, oh, it was a robbery against Pacquiao. Always got an excuse. The Jeff Horn fight was close, but he lost it regardless. Ain't nobody telling him to take his ass over to fucking Australia and fight no Jeff Horn. You know what I'm saying? He always complaining and making the excuse, but you can make an excuse. Miguel Cotto lost to him because of weight drainage. Morales lost the second time because he was weight drained. You know, like I said before, man, Manny Pacquiao is one of the biggest frauds in boxing. He got this nice guy persona, but he admitted to being a womanizer. You know what I'm saying? He over there beating up other politicians and stuff. You know, it's like the image. Like I said about the Tiger Woods image. They paint Tiger Woods to be a golden child. But then, you know, it comes out that he one of the sleaziest human beings that you can find, you know, in this universe. You see, you feel me? But at the same time, it just let you know, bro, like if I'm Crawford, man, I don't even know how he wake up every day and train and get excited for this. I guess the money is the motivator. You know, when you got a family, you know, you need the bread. But, you know, just to tell you, boxing is just like, you can't even have your own network have your back. You can make the same case for PBC. You know, they sit here and they give all the Mexicans and the others preference over the black fighters and stuff of that nature. And, You know, and that's just across the board. Look at Demetrius Andrade. He said, I ain't taking no pay cut. Tell Canelo and Golovkin to take a pay cut. And he's absolutely right. He making $4 million a fight. So what you gonna tell me to take a $2 million pay cut while Triple G getting $14 million to fight Camille Zamata, while Canelo getting $14 million and we're getting $35 million and he don't deserve it? He ain't even made $35 million when he was fighting on pay-per-view probably. You know what I'm saying? So they always, you know, treat us a certain type of way. But like I said before, man, I didn't watch these ESPN cards. I don't care if Michaela Fox, Michael Fox, I don't care if it was Star Fox. I'm not watching that shit. That is a terrible product. When Jamel Harrington fell off that card, I just didn't even know they still was going to do the card. You know, Bob Arum making boxing look bad, but so is The Zone, and so is PBC. They don't have nothing lined up. Nothing. The UFC is dominating guys, cutting 20 pounds, you know, the night before the fight, but the welterweight rankings is what it is. People saying, you know, why Bud can't get a fight in the division, according to ESPN. I mean, it's Errol, Pacquiao, Crawford, and then it's like Shawn Porter, Keith Thurman, Danny Garcia, Jamal James, Ugas, you know, Mikey Garcia, everybody inside that top 10. Sergey Lipetz is with PBC besides him. On the ESPN top 10, everybody inside the top 10 is PBC except for him. And Al Haymon won't throw him not one bone. Not a Jamal James, not a Ugas, you know, not a Lipetz, not a Mikey got a lot to say, not Errol. And at the end of the day, bro, like boxing is just a turn off. People say, well, y'all only mad because Al won't make Crawford and Errol Spence. You damn right, it's the biggest fight in the sport to be made. He refused to let Wilder fight, you know, AJ on his own. You know what I'm saying? Same dude that paid Peter Quillen $500,000 to drop the belt versus you know, Matt Korobov. How y'all condoning this? But you know what the truth is? Your premier boxing champion punks don't want to see Errol Spence fight Crawford because they know what's gonna happen. That's just what it boiled down to, man. Like I said before, man, these groupie channels and these groupies messing the game up. They the primary problem. Well, Errol Spence, he fighting top 10. Well, he got every top 10 welterweight on his company, on his side of the street. You know, and they've been on this side of the street since he turned pro in 2012. When he won a title versus Kell Brook, was that 17, 16? Shawn Porter didn't want to fight him still. Keith didn't want to fight him. Danny didn't want to fight him. Now we fast forward 2 years later, now he getting the fights that he wants 2 or 3 years later. He's 30 years old. And he said Shawn Porter was easy, bro. But he almost lost to the easy belt. So that's his omission. He said, I'm going to get the easy belt first from Shawn Porter. So what's that make Bud? It's a hard belt, right? He was completely healthy versus Shawn Porter and barely won. But his fans, he won 8-4. He didn't win no fucking 8-4. He barely won that fight. This was an in-shape street fighter he fought with no punching power. But hey, it is what it is. ESPN is entitled to their opinion about how they going to rank they welterweights. I ain't tripping. I do think Errol Spence number one. He done the most in the division and remain unscathed. I think Bud is number 2, but you know it is what it is, man. Like I said before, I'm just not feeling boxing at this point at all. And I think I may not be in the minority when I say that, but it's a shit sport at this point. But hey, other than that, man, they said nothing is done for Teo and Loma as far as contracts, so the money hasn't really been sorted out yet. They shouldn't make that much money. How much Loma probably ain't never made $5 million in the fight. You know what I'm saying? So this is another low profile fight they can give us for free. They both can make, you know, Loma can make 2, Teo can make $1 million, you get a winner $1 million. That's how it should go. If they really believe in it. Teo ain't touched $1 million yet. So what's $3 million to Walt Disney and then put it on ESPN, but they're gonna try to charge us for pay-per-view for this fight for what? How you gonna put 2 guys on pay-per-view that ain't never made more than like probably $2 or $3 million in their career? Lomachenko still fighting at the theater room in Madison Square Garden. You gonna put him on pay-per-view? Like, come on, Teo ain't never headlined the main event. I think he did once versus Mayoshi Tanaki in a smaller venue. So how you gonna turn around and tell us this pay-per-view? It can't be pay-per-view. You can peel a $3 million out the hat and pay for this fight without fans. Bob Arum and ESPN and Walt Disney just cheap. But why? If I'm Walt Disney and ESPN, why would I pour money into boxing when I'm paying the UFC and I'm getting a better return over there? So, like I said before, boxing will continue to shoot themselves in the foot instead of getting away when they got away from the model of premium TV. They took TV, they took boxing back to ESPN and regular network TV. Now all of a sudden they gonna take it back to pay-per-view. Man, I'm gonna enjoy watching the death of boxing. I'm gonna enjoy watching that shit, to watch it burn. Because since like 2015 or 16, you know, it's just been bull job. Every time you get a okay matchup, they put an $80 tag on it. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it is what it is. Let me know what you guys think. Don't forget me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Reach out if you got business question, inquiry, sponsorship, video questions. Keep sharing the videos. Want to make a donation to the channel. Like I said, Cash App, PayPal, best way to donate, share the video. You can find me on all social media. Facebook, link in the description. Twitter, Instagram. Twitter's the fastest way than the rest of them. We got a Facebook group. Check our welterweight boxing playlist. Check our boxing news playlist. We got a few videos about playlists about boxing. Excuse me, a little bit off right now. But hey, appreciate the love, support. One time for the one time we done.